Julian Califato, physiotherapist, is out there giving him some treatment. Good news is he's up and about.
See whether we can pick up anything when he was running. That ball hit the fence. Nothing much. It's just a jog, nothing more than that. Maybe he's carrying an old injury, or I don't know. I mean, it looked pretty harmless, that first run that he took.
A few concerned faces there. Nearest the camera, Mohammed Nabi, almost the king of Sharjah, lives just up the road. Former captain. And, well, it looks as though Gurbaz is going to be able to continue.
Quite amazing. He's only 22 years old, but the amount of cricket that these young kids have played, it just... You kind of can coin the term, the young old guys. So much of running, so much of hitting, so much of tours and the pressure, then playing the leagues, and so it can take a toll on your physicality.
Taskin operating from the Sharjah club end. Sidikola Atal getting his cap earlier today. He has played 2020 internationals previously for Afghanistan. Actually made his 2020 international debut here in March of last year against Pakistan. And actually opened the batting as well on that occasion with Ramanullah Gurbaz. Taskin, though, Mr. Experienced, 29 years of age, the leader of the pace crew, really. 8th on the list of top wicket takers for Bangladesh in this format. Those best figures you saw a little earlier, 5 for 28 against India on debut. And this is Sidikola Atal from that tournament in Oman that took place recently. More than 200 runs better than the next highest run scorer in the tournament. Incredible performance.
Takes a little bit of time adjusting to the surface here. It's not your normal colored surface. It's dark. It looks shiny and slippery, and so you can lose the sight of the ball after it's pitched in that area, in that good length area. So rather than going hard at the ball, you're better off early on, if you've not played here, to just take it easy, play with full face of the blade rather than breaking your wrist and trying to play that flick shot, because it's a slow pitch. It doesn't have a lot of bounce as well. What you need to do is to maybe aim that mid-on and mid-off area early on.
Taking his time, Gurbaz, making sure the match is played at his pace.
Checking the bounce is hardly there.
Taskin strikes. Gurbaz skipping down the pitch, trying to drive the outside edge, and Mushfiqur Rahim takes a good diving catch away to his right. Fantastic start for Bangladesh.
Yeah, intelligent piece of bowling, because he saw the batsman coming out of the crease and then adjusts his length wonderfully well. A little bit of shape away from him as well, keeping the ball away from his swing of the bat, and nicely held behind the wickets. It's a good catch, it's a good start. And the experienced hand of Taskin strikes early. 5 of 7, Afghanistan 7 for 1.
যত্ন করে যে রাঁধে তার প্রশংসা করুন মন খুলে। বাছাইকৃত সেরা উপাদান থেকে তৈরি এসিআই পিওর গুঁড়া মশলা। রান্না হোক ভালোবাসার ভাষা।
অরেঞ্জ ও লেমন ফ্লেভারে টেস্টি ও হেলদি বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ইলেকট্রোলাইট ড্রিঙ্ক এসএমসি প্লাস। অদম্য বাংলাদেশ থামবে না কখনো।
Shah in at number 3. Two slips in position. What a terrific over from Taskin Ahmed. A successful one. Afghanistan 7 for 1.
Yeah, disciplined first over. Just kept the ball in that area, around that good length area, and a very good catch behind the stumps. I seem position, staying away from the line of the ball so that he can drill it through the cover area. Not to be.
আমার মতো আপনারাও জানেন ডায়রিয়া সহ যে কোনো পানি শূন্যতায় আমার আস্থা এসএমসি রোড স্যালাইন। কেনার সময় প্যাকের গায়ে এসএমসি লোগো দেখে কিনবেন।
এসএমসির ওরসালাইনে এক স্প্রেতে বদলে দিন। অ্যাঞ্জেলিক ফ্রেশ এয়ার ফ্রেশনার, সুবাসিত ঘরে সব ভাল লাগে। অরেঞ্জ ও
Shah in at number 3, the leading run scorer for Afghanistan in one-day internationals. That best of 114 actually came on this ground against Zimbabwe way back in February of 2018. Strike rate just in excess of 70 runs per 100 balls. Swing for Shodaful. We saw that in his first over as well. That's nice.
Yes, he's a good, decent bowler. A nice seam position, taking it away from left-handers off stump.
From the past 2 series here, we know that that swing doesn't last very long. Those series that Afghanistan played against Ireland in March and against South Africa in September. Just getting a little bit greedy there, Shodaful. Hoping to swing the ball from around leg and middle. Getting a bit too straight. And an easy single for Atal as a result.
This is pretty instinctive from Gurbaz. He bats like this. He'll take a risk or two. And the idea wasn't bad because he just wanted to get closer to the pitch of the ball and drive it through the offside. It didn't work this time, but usually he's pretty successful.
One of the slips has come out and has gone to a short mid-wicket position.
Hitting can be a bit tough on this surface because ask any hitter, he would want a bit of bounce to help him hit those 4s and 6s. So the idea is that you lay your foundation on basic rotation of strike early on, and then once you get settled, then you can crack the whip.
And I think umpire Alex Wharf here is telling captain of Bangladesh, Najmul Hassan Shanto, that at the moment DRS isn't working. Should be down to the umpires out in the middle to make all the decisions, if necessary, until DRS is back up and running.
I don't know whether that's good or bad.
Hamid Shah Durrani and Alex Wharf, the two on-field umpires today. Our third umpire is Ahsan Raza from Pakistan. It's his 23rd match in the TV box. And Javagal Srinath, fourth most matches for a match referee in history in men's one-day internationals, behind Ranjan Majugali, Chris Broad and Jeff Crow. He also played the World Cup final in 2003 rather, for good measure. And the umpire's now being told the good news that DRS is back.
DRS is back. Everything.
A little bit of swing. An ambitious shout for LBW though. End of the over. Afghanistan 8 for 1.
6-7-8 পিস।
তাহলে বুঝলা সমান দামের গোমরটা কোথায়?
পরিমাণে সঠিক খাবার পেতে তাই আজই অর্ডার করুন ফুডি অ্যাপে। ফুডি।
যত্ন করে যে রাঁধে তার প্রশংসা করুন মন খুলে। বাছাইকৃত সেরা উপাদান থেকে তৈরি এসিআই পিওর গুঁড়া মশলা। রান্না হোক ভালোবাসার ভাষা।
নতুন দিনের ডাক এসেছে আধার পেরিয়ে, বাধা যতই আসুক যাব লোকে গিয়ে। অদম্য সব মানুষের জন্য বাংলা লিগ দিয়ে এলো অদম্য অফার।
Taskin, the successful bowler, in operation again from the Sharjah club end.
You can do that in ODI cricket, leave the ball at times. So this is not a bad start at all from Atal. He's been careful here. The wicket has gone down, so I think the situation demands him to be just a little bit more careful and fall back on good defense. So there's a scope that you've been given in the batting department. That's a wide down the leg side. So that role has to be defined, especially to a young kid like him. There's obviously this natural talent and ability, but he's got to understand the situation and adapt accordingly.
Yes, and adaptation is the real test for him, to switch from 2020 international cricket, or 2020 cricket as he was playing there in the Emerging Teams Asia Cup, through to a much longer duration, 50 overs. Just a long time to bat.
In ODI, obviously, you can engage few gears, and so first of all, I think the idea is to survive this. There's a little bit of sideways movement. Wicket has gone down. Once again, rushing himself into that drive. Don't need to. Just fall back on good defense there for about a couple of overs. So when we were batting in ODIs, the only sort of direction we were given is that play out the 50 overs. If you're an opener, look to play 50 overs, and invariably you'll get 100 and the team will win also. This is a simple message, but that used to work quite well with with the top order.
Yes, those innings that Siddiqullah Atal played in the emerging T20 tournament in Oman. 83, 95 not out, 52, 83 and 55 not out against Sri Lanka A in the final. Incredible body of work that. And all at a strike rate in excess of 147 runs per 100 balls.
It's a good time for a young kid to come into this dugout environment. Afghanistan are upwardly mobile. They're on a high. They played the semi-final of the World Cup in West Indies. And so it can't be bad for a young kid like Atul to come in and learn from, you know, the guys who've delivered at the top end. It's about winning, it's about enjoying each other's company, it's about doing well for Afghanistan, and that really can spur you on as a young kid.
Not sure what the delay is here. We're okay again to go though. Very slow start to this match. Over 20 minutes gone and we're only in the fourth over. Short and pulled away. What a resounding shot that was. A shot of confidence from Siddiqullah Atal.
So the first glimpse of how talented this guy is, because as an opener you want to have this shot available to you, and so it was smashed. Absolutely dismissive he was over square leg. If you can play the pull shot, if you can play the drive, then you're set to open for your side for a very long time, because these two lengths you get tested by fast bowlers, and the skin can be pretty slippery as well. 140.6, 138.6 his last two balls. What a shot.
Tested again, and almost all the way for six. Tremendous end to the over there from Siddiqullah Atal. Successive boundaries, Afghanistan 17 for 1.
ঘন্টার মধ্যে এর একটি মাত্র পিল আপনাকে করবে টেনশন ফ্রি। এসএমসি নোরেক্স 1 এক পিলের সমাধান।
This field, and there will be run. It's been sedate start from Afghanistan, but Atal has started to unfurl his stroke-making ability. 2 boundaries from the previous over. Two classy strokes through the onside. He's an excellent player against a short ball. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Obasha. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Just want to mention those shots. Really testing the middle of the wicket, and Atul really up to the challenge.
Beaten again. He's getting the ball to swing as well. Different lengths that he's been bowling.
Now this will be the real test, really, the swinging ball. It's all well and good. You can play the short ball, especially here in Sharjah, but can you pitch it? Can you play the ball that's pitched up? A little bit of swing, a little bit of movement in the air. Saying that, he does look very talented young man.
Last 1 year has been incredible from the blade of Atal, getting a lot of runs in domestic cricket. slip in position. He's watchful. He's got good defensive strokes and very good at taking time. Has the patience to play big innings.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Afghanistan really have took their time. Like you mentioned, rather sedate start here to these innings. But I guess you can afford to do that. It's not quite T20 cricket where you're trying to maximise and take advantage of the power play. Here it's about getting in, and I think once you can get in, you can perhaps take advantage of the back end of the power play. Umpires just making the captain aware that DRS is down.
Two men in catching position, the other three slip and men in the covers. Short mid wicket is fair. Wants a run. Miscommunication. Wild throw.
Well, that could have been interesting. Sent back. An early call of yes. Let's have a look. Just knocked down the ground. Athal's interested, however, quickly sends his partner back, Ramat back to the non-strikers. No harm done.
It's a different experience for Afghanistan because normally, in general, they are used to having big combinations, working big partnership for the first wicket. Ibrahim and Gurbaz batting together. So Gurbaz already out, Ibrahim not participating because of injury. New combination, early jolt received. Swing again. He's bowling beautifully.
Well, it presents an opportunity, the likes of Atal, to come in and grab the opportunity. Have another look at that delivery. We talk about some high-class bowling. Well, you've got to have some high-class footwork to negate that kind of swing bowling. The ball does swing here at Sharjah. The new rock does swing, but I would say probably after about the 10-over mark, once the ball is 5 overs old from each end, remember. Got 2 new balls in operation, so once that happens, it can become that little bit easier for batting.
Nicely tucked away on the onside. We'll have to settle for a single. Good discipline from Bangladesh. 5 overs gone, 19 for 1 Afghanistan.
আমার মতো আপনারাও জানেন ডায়রিয়া সহ যে কোনো পানি শূন্যতায় আমার আস্থা এসএমসি রোড স্যালাইন কেনার সময় প্যাকের গায়ে এসএমসি লোগো দেখে কিনবেন।
এসএমসির ওরসালাইনে
ফুড মাও এতদিন ধরে এমনি পকেট কাটতেছে।
বাড়তি খরচ না করে আজই অর্ডার করুন ফুডি অ্যাপে। ফুডি।
Afghanistan winning the toss and batting first, 19 for 1. This has been excellent bowling combination. Shariful and Taskin in tandem. Taskin to continue from the far end. Well stopped on the follow through. A lot of challenges, especially when it comes to making debut. Doing well at the under 23 level or under 19 level, then making that jump. What all challenges the batters face on their opening match?
I think in one-day international cricket, firstly, you've got the nerves whether you're playing or not. You're a part of the squad, and then finally, when you get the nod, you get the cap. The cap ceremony takes place before the game. I think once all those stuff has been taken care of, and you're minutes away from the business of opening the batting for your country, I think you do feel a little bit nervous sitting in the dressing room, but I think once you walk out there and take guard, I'm sure everything disappears. You start looking at the ball, you start looking at the field, you start getting into that game mentality and reminding yourself of your strengths. Because that's the secret. You've got to walk out there and remember your strengths and play to those strengths. And not get sucked into the mind games that the opposition captain may well have in store for you. Just having a look at that ball, I think there's a little bit of leather that's just come off. I wonder if they're going to either snip it off or a wholesale change of the cricket ball.
Also, the role of the colleagues play a big part in easing the nerves as well.
Yeah, I guess it does, especially the senior players. I think often a lot of senior players sort of tend to go up to the youngsters and say, remember, young man, why you're here? Remember the way you've played leading up to this series? So it's important to play the same way when you're given the opportunity.
Last 1 year has been rollicking from batting perspective for Siddhi Kettle, getting runs in domestic cricket, T20 cricket, in the emerging Asia Cup, and since then he's been outstanding. So that frame of mind, positive mindset, when you get runs, you are into the groove coming into the tournament. Wicket to fall, Gurbaz charging down to delivery which just held its line. Good movement off the seam. Fine catch taken by Musfiqul.
Yeah, just played it on the walk, as they say. As the ball is swinging, you don't want to be walking because your head is not stable. The decision making can just falter a little bit, and as it did in that case for Gurbaz.
On the leg side, wide will be signal. The focus from Afghanistan perspective would be on changing the momentum at the moment. Bangladesh exercising control.
Change of field here. The fine leg fielder has come into the ring. Have a look at that. And interestingly enough, they've got a deep square leg out. So are we going to see the short ball? Is Taskin going to test him out again? Because he's took him on twice. Can Bangladesh get third time lucky?
Bowling within distance, not bowling the short ball. Atal has the temperament. And he's been scoring runs I've been talking about in the first class cricket, List A cricket, T20 cricket, and when you're in good form, you think differently about the challenges, and he's got the patience to play big innings.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's shown that leading up to this game, but it's all about performing. There's one thing potential and there's one thing performance. He's been given an opportunity here in this one-day international. So far, so good. Looks a pretty compact player. Played that short ball rather well in the previous over against Taskin. Apart from that, he's looked pretty good.
Might have came in contact with his stats. Still operating at slip, and third on the boundary, then on the boundary on the onside at deep square. Lovely stroke, amazing stroke from Atal, and he picks up another boundary.
Well, simple yet effective. Just a nice punch down the ground. Knew it was going to go to the boundary the moment he hit it. Just held the pose ever so slightly. And of course, the outfield's done the rest. So boundary number 3 there for Atal, who is sitting pretty on 16 of just 22 deliveries.
It's a historic day here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, hosting the 300th international match. Pulls in front of square, wants the second run, and we'll get there.
Yeah, looks like the young man's getting better and better into his stride now. Nice boundary down the ground, followed by pull to square leg, foot picks up 2. That will fill him with a lot of confidence, the fact that his footwork's working really well. He's leaning into the ball, to the full balls and also the short ones. That's the 300th game here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. These are all games held here at the historic games. I think this will bring him 2 more to Atal as he moves on to 20. An opportunity for some overthrows. Well, no, there isn't.
অরেঞ্জ ও লেমন ফ্লেভারে টেস্টি ও হেলদি বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ইলেকট্রোলাইট ড্রিঙ্ক এসএমসি প্লাস। অদম্য বাংলাদেশ থামবে না কখনো।
6, 7, 8 পিস।
তাহলে বুঝলা সমান দামের গোমরটা কোথায়?
পরিমাণে সঠিক খাবার পেতে তাই আজই অর্ডার করুন ফুডি অ্যাপে। ফুডি।
যত্ন করে যে রাঁধে তার প্রশংসা করুন মন খুলে। বাছাইকৃত সেরা উপাদান থেকে তৈরি এসিআই পিওর গুঁড়া মশলা। রান্না হোক ভালোবাসার ভাষা।
A lot of ODI cricket has been played at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, 253. Inspiring the next generation or generations of cricketers, 3 or 4 generations of cricketers. Especially remember growing up as a kid, watching Sachin Tendulkar, Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus in action. That was too far outside the stump.
Yeah, I do remember those days watching Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus operating at this ground. Watching our fellow commentator Ramiz Raja also showing us how to cut the ball off leg stump. Loved a cut, Ramiz, and of course the dangerous flick.
Lots of commentating on those glorious moments in late 90s and early 2000. Batsman go outside the off stump. Likes to take time. Rehman Shah. He knows the importance of his presence at the crease. The departure of Gurbaz early.
$29 for 1, Afghanistan. Shoreful bowling very well into his 4th over. He's got the ball to swing back into the right-hander. Got the ball leaving the left-handed Atal, and occasionally manages to get it going across the right-hander as well. So he's really is making the ball talk.
Rehman Shah has been a consistent player for Afghanistan since Asia Cup in Pakistan and Sri Lanka. His resurgence as a batter has been brilliant for Afghanistan, contributing massively in the ICC ODI World Cup in India.
Yeah, he impressed me really in India, the way he played. Really held the innings together a lot of the times. And I think at times Afghanistan needed that. Just needed someone to be able to bat time, really accumulate runs and allow the players, the other batters, to come in and bat around him. He's got his mindset here to bat for a long period of time here.
Oh, what's your favourite memory watching cricket from Sharjah or playing?
Well, those of you know, I was born in Pakistan, and there's only one game that really comes to mind is the India-Pakistan game where Javed Mirdad managed to hit a 6 off the last ball of Chetan Sharma. Gave him an absolute beauty. A knee-high full toss of all deliveries. He bowled it and he put it, I think, about 10 rows back. A monster 6, and I think the whole of Pakistan was celebrating. This game was just an unbelievable game of cricket. So I probably have to say that one is my favourite memory of Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Well in position, backward point, and in the covers. short cover end. Mid off on the offside. Third and final leg on the boundary. Great miss. It's not very often you see Ramasha coming down the pitch. Frustration because they've been bowling well.
Yeah, I think definitely frustration for Rahmat Shah because so far he hasn't really attempted any big shot. Tell you what, that was not a million miles away from that off stump. And that's the way Shariful has bowled. He's bowled it a beautiful line, a beautiful length, and has kept the pressure on Rahmat, who has only managed to score 1 run of 10 deliveries.
Not much of pace in the pitch. It's not bouncing either. Reaching for it. Just falling short of men at gully position. That marks the end of the 7th over. 30 for 1, Afghanistan.
এসএমসির ইমার্জেন্সি কন্ট্রাসেপটিভ পিল নরেক্স 1 অরক্ষিত মিলনের 72 ঘন্টার মধ্যে এর একটি মাত্র পিল আপনাকে করবে টেনশন ফ্রি। এসএমসির নরেক্স 1 এক পিলের সমাধান।
To the contest, maybe honours even as we get towards the latter stages of this first power play. 3 power plays in all one-day internationals these days, and remember with 2 new balls in play as well, so that's 1 new white ball at each end. We're going to see Mustafizer Rahman for the first time. Very dynamic and varied bowling lineup this for Bangladesh. Ahmed Fidai is joining me. Afghanistan will be disappointed to have lost Gurbaz, but wonderful scenes of this continued sparkling run of form for Siddiqullah Atal. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Andrew. Well, spot on. Rahmanullah Gurbaz has been performing for Afghanistan very consistently. Scored a brilliant 100 in the earlier series we saw against South Africa. Was the player of the series. Had a bad start to that series as well. Was out for duck. Oh, he's got him. This is the line that bothers Rahmat Shah. And this time around, the pressure built has caused the trouble. Another wicket down for Afghanistan. Bangladesh are enjoying a wonderful time in the power play, Andrew.
Well, 2 in the power play. Say if you get 3, you're right on top. Again, it was just a drive slightly away from the body. Mushfiqur Rahim gleefully takes the catch. He's taken both. Not to get Gurbaz and now Rahmat Shah, who's gone for 2. Afghanistan in some trouble. It's 30 for 2.
আমার মতো আপনারাও জানেন ডায়রিয়া সহ যে কোনো পানি শূন্যতায় আমার আস্থা এসএমসি রোড স্যালাইন। কেনার সময় ব্যাকের গায়ে এসএমসির লোগো দেখে কিনবেন।
এসএমসির ওরসালাইনে
উঠমাও এতদিন ধরে এমনি পকেট কাটতেছে।
বাড়তি খরচ না করে আজই অর্ডার করুন ফুডি অ্যাপে।
ফুডি এসএমসির ইমার্জেন্সি কন্ট্রাসেপটিভ পিল নরেক্স 1 অরক্ষিত মিলনের 72 ঘন্টার মধ্যে এর একটি মাত্র পিল আপনাকে করবে টেনশন ফ্রি। এসএমসির নরেক্স 1 এক পিলের সমাধান।
It's going to be the captain to the crease. He's out there earlier than he would have liked. Hashmatullah Shahidi in at his usual position of number 4. So he's really grown into the captaincy in this format. His batting continues to evolve. Something he'll want to change is that conversion rate. 21 50s, but still yet to get an ODI century. Could today be the day? he's going to get to three figures, he's going to be doing it under the maximum of pressure. Because right now, despite him winning the toss, Ahmed, his side are in real trouble thanks to this second wicket.
Yeah, I think this is one line that has troubled Rahmat Shah over the years. Once again, Bangladesh. Remember in the series that Afghanistan played against Bangladesh, this was the consistent line that Rahmat Shah was troubled. And the problem was there was a lot of pressure building on Rahmat Shah. And Mustafizur doing the job for Bangladesh. Yeah, you're pretty right about it. I mean, saw the wicket, decided to bat first, but it seemed like it's been a good toss to lose for Bangladesh. But pressure built. Two batters back into the dugout. A lot of work to be done, especially by the skipper Hashmatullah Shahidi.
What a sparkling way to get off the mark. It's going to race away across the outfield. Just his second delivery, but the perfect square cover drive. The captain was off the mark in some style.
Well, yeah, that's a wonderful shot. A fuller ball. You want to bowl full on this wicket, and want to bowl it to the pads of the batter, but this time around right into the slot for Hashmatullah Shahidi. Opens his arm in a beautiful shot. The appreciation from the dugout tells you should ease the nerves a little bit.
His game is definitely evolving, isn't it? It's one that when he first started out on the scene, his strike rates, he was always sort of stuck in the 60s or 70s, but he has added some power, and he looks to me to be very at home there at number 4. Spent most of his time in that place in the order, and when you're captain you have to choose where you bat, don't you?
Yeah, and especially those winning moments. And when you talk about the winning moments, talking about that match in the World Cup against Pakistan, was a big moment for the Afghanistan cricket. End of the over, we'll come to that. 8 overs done, 34 for 2.